my position is that, as Jamaica well knows, it was announced in Parliament and passed in Parliament that the borders of South Trelawny have been moved into areas of North Trelawny. The Electoral Office gave me a list of 11 PDs that now the people who are on North will now vote on South. It may be true that to the letter of the law, when the election is announced, then the borders in North will officially become South. But be assured that the Member of Parliament for North Trelawny, Mr. Wright, knows fully well and was in Parliament, or ought to have heard, when the borders were extended and passed by the Parliament of Jamaica. And even if to the letter of the law, officially when an election is announced, the border becomes South now rather than North, it is very evident that the people who are on these PDs are going to vote in South. Now, as the Member of Parliament for South Trelawny, the moment I was advised of the change of the electoral boundary and the fact that these PDs would fall within Southern Trelawny, where I am the member, I immediately started making constant representation for the road to be fixed. I want to pause to say that I am Vieira. My maiden name is Vieira. I was married Dalrymple and I was married Philibert. In my first marriage, I lived in Hyde, right, not even 5 minutes drive here with my family. So I have known this area for years, and I am one member of Parliament. I'm very proud of my age. I'm in my 60s. I'm in my 64 years. So for years I have lived not in this parish, but in this district of Hyde. I have always known the condition of this road. And therefore, the moment I was given these PDs, my first thought was, what can I do to serve the people who I now will represent at the next general elections? And I started doing the representation for it. I, as Member of Parliament, was awarded the work, the road to be done as a person here. If Mr. Wright, who is a Member of Parliament, who is also my good friend, and who I'm proud to say is from South Trelawny, he knows how I operate in South. He knows how many roads I fix. He knows I believe in representation because I entered the political arena to serve. I have served and we have worked well. So I can only assume that this morning he's here to congratulate me for forging ahead and doing the work. And on the road, allow me to finish, and on the road, the work that is being done, if you carefully check it, the workers are PNP, and the workers are JLP. I told them, Mr. Wright, we get along, and I would never interject while you're speaking. And if it is, as I said when the work started, this is about community effort. This work on this road, the last time this road was worked on was on the days of Bustamante. This is the first from them. And what it is, and I also want to reiterate that when I started my political career, I started in North Trelawny. So apart from the fact that I lived and worked with the people here, I also worked with all the people in this area for years when I started my political career. So it is my interest to serve the people. So if this gathering is to stop the work on the road, I don't understand it because the people are desperate. And I will tell you, I will go further to say, that right where the road stops, just right where the road stops, the people told me on Friday night, I was here at about 7:30. Hold on, Mr. Harper. I was here at about 7:38 on Friday night. and the road stops right there, and they said when you turn right, it is really bad. And I explained to them, because of their constraints with government spending, the government will not be able to do it. But I have worked out from my CDF that if I have the road graded, I can, from my CDF, afford the chip and spray, put marl on it, and just table it off so they can work. All of this, for me, is about good representation for the people. And as I say to you, and I want to say very clearly, that Victor Wright, who is the North Trelawny, is somebody from South, who I've always had a good relationship. And I noticed Mckoy Phillips is here this morning, who I also share a good relationship. And I was called here this morning by someone, the contractor, who asked me to meet him here. We are about representation and work. I represent the Jamaica Labour Party, which deals with prosperity. The Prime Minister has done roads all over Jamaica because good roads lead to prosperity. And that is what
let me just say in the presence of the Member of Parliament that in my consultations with the Minister in charge of works, Everett Warmington, a year ago, he told me that $30 million was awarded to my constituency. When I went back to him to find out where the money is being spent, he told me that it will be spent in Hyde. It was allocated to my constituency, and it is the politicking of it, right, why I was not introduced to the contractor. So if the Member of Parliament from South is admitting that I am the Member of Parliament, right, I was not invited to any of the meetings with the National Works Agency, and that is why I'm here today, to let the people know that this money that is repairing this road, and this is the word of the Minister, right, was allocated to North Trelawny, and they deliberately. When I asked the National Works Agency what about the meeting that they normally have at the start of a contract, they said that the Member of Parliament from South Trelawny was invited. I said to them, how could you do that? How could you do that knowing that I am the Member of Parliament? Right? And my good friend, Mr. Dalrymple, did not deny or even indicated to his good friend, the Member of Parliament from South, from North, that this meeting was being held. So since it's my constituency, so that I could be updated as to what the scope of work is and the length. The minister basically apologized last week when I approached him, and when he saw me coming, he said, I know you're coming about Clarkstone, we're going to fix it. I'm going to ask the NAA to fix it. And so let me just say to the Member of Parliament that is why I'm here. I'm disappointed that when I come and say, Robert, I drove on this road at about 10 o'clock last night and it was quite clear. And this person's in green shirt blocking the road. That is not the kind of politics that we are used to in North Trelawny. And the persons here are not used to that kind of politics. Right? And so I'm letting the persons know from whichever side that I am here this morning to get an appreciation from the National Works Agency that is here as to what is the scope of work as the duly elected Member of Parliament for North Trelawny. And so I'm going to be taking a tour of the road and walk to see what is happening.
And I must respond.
And the NAA is going there. Right?
And I will respond.
Nice man.
What the Member of Parliament for North Trelawny has said is not correct. Listen to me. He knows that the people who are in this PD, where this road is, will not vote on the North Trelawny
But I am the Member of Parliament. Don't forget that. Until the elections, I am the Member of Parliament. Until the elections, I am the Member of Parliament. And they are infringing by cross-representing and misinforming the people. I am the Member of Parliament until the election is called. I don't know of any kind Member of Parliament that is going to give up their resources. No, but you need to be interrupted because your persons were interrupted and you never stopped them when I was talking.
He's still a Member of Parliament.
I am the Member of Parliament. That's why I'm here. That is why I'm here. This is just politics. politics of the JLP government.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Wright,
So let's go walk on the road.
Mr. Wright, you have been the member of parliament for nearly 4 years and you have done nothing. This North Trelawny has been in the hands of the PNP for over 30 odd years, and the people saying the PNP has done nothing. I am not usurping, I am doing what I know best. I am here to serve the people. And don't talk about green shirts, because there are several orange shirts floating around, and all that is my interest. All that is the interest of the Jamaica Labour Party, of the Prime Minister who serves this government as a leader, is that we ensure that what we do endures to the benefit of the people of Jamaica. And this is what we are doing. That Mr. Wright has chosen to come now is simply because it has filtered out to his ears that the people are thankful that a Jamaica Labour Party government is fixing the roads after 30 odd years.